So over the weekend, the Division 2 private beta happened if you had an Xbox, PC, or PlayStation, and you would either be invited or you had to pre-order it. So what was it good? Was it good? That is the question I'm here to answer. Is the Division 2 worth your money? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's MaxMax24, and it's Tuesday. It's time for another Tuesday talk. Before we get into that, please, as always, do remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. And with that, let's talk about the Division 2. Note, all the opinions that I say here, one, they're opinions, and two, a very important two, this is based on the private demo. The game doesn't release till March, so they have time to fix some things up. But all we have so far for gameplay and stuff is that demo. And that was the first time gamers got to have their hands on it, except for E3. I think they got to play it at E3. So was it good? Was it a definite upgrade from the Division 1? No, it was not. I'm sorry to say. The Division 2 and the Division 1 side by side, they're practically identical. Yeah. I mean, there's a different setting. You're not in New York. You're in DC, so that's cool, a new setting. And you're in the summer, not the winter, so that's cool also, I guess. But the gameplay is still the same Division gameplay. So if you don't like the Division gameplay, you're not going to like the Division 2 gameplay. Now, that's not saying the game's bad, alright? No, it's not. I'm not saying that. So let's start off with what makes this game good. Why should you, as either a newcomer or a returning player, be interested in this game? Well, one, there's a new setting. Washington DC is a great setting for this kind of a game. It looks great. The graphics have a definite upgrade from the Division 1, unless you don't really care about graphics, and that doesn't matter. But if you do care about graphics, they had a definite upgrade. They're still not at the level that the Division 1's pre-release trailer was, but they're still pretty good. They're pretty good. They definitely have an upgrade, and it's sad that you can't experience these graphics with collecting beanies and coats like you could in the first one. You have to collect like short sleeve shirts and stuff and shorts and stuff. But I guess you gotta take it where you can get it. And the base of operations being the White House was a great decision. I mean, I don't know where else they would put it, but having the base of operations in the White House was a great decision by the developers. It's fun to just be able to run the White House. Yeah, you're the president, but you're actually the division agent trying to bring back order to the DC, so you're not really the president. Another thing that they do well is the Division 1's New York City. Well, it felt alive because there was NPCs walking around and stuff. It truly did not feel alive. In the Division 2, they add settlements dotted throughout. Now, I don't know if this was added in DLC of Division 1 or not, but in Division 2, there's settlements everywhere that you can help out, upgrade, give resources to. And, it's not like Fallout's settlements where you have to build them. They're already built. They're already ready. You just got to go help them, upgrade them. You can unlock new gear, new quests, a lot of side missions. Oh boy, there was a lot of side missions in the beta, and there's probably going to be even more in the full release. We only got access to one settlement in the beta, and that was, I don't even remember what it was called, but it had a lot of side missions, so I'm expecting a lot more in the full release. And on top of the settlements, it also adds control points and resource points that the enemy has, and you can go take and fight back. You can even call allies from the nearby settlement, and you can go take it, kill the enemies, kill the bullet sponges. And once you do, you get the place, and then you gotta fuel those up and give them resources. Otherwise, they could get attacked again, which is a cool system. I really like that system, and it was a definite upgrade to the Division 1's stuff. Now, the mediocre, it feels like the Division 1. Alright? The enemy AI, the gunplay, the cover, everything feels like Division 1, which makes sense because it's a sequel in the same series, but there's not enough of an upgrade to really pull people who did not like the Division 1 back in. The Division 2, people who like the Division 1 are going to love the Division 2, alright? That's just, you guys are going to love it, okay? It's the same game. It's got the same stuff. It's amazing. It's not an upgrade. If you enjoyed it, you'll love this one. But for those of you who never played the Division or were put off by the Division, you're not going to like this one. It's not going to bring you back. You're just going to be like, oh, didn't they release this game in 2016? I'm confused. That's what you're going to do. So they included raids in this one, which is really nice. That's a really nice inclusion. And, it's a welcome change that Division 1 didn't have. But, they don't feel that much different. They just feel like higher level missions. Alright, that's the problem. Is when you put raids into a game like this, they're not going to feel different. Like, take World of Warcraft for an example. It's got dungeons, it's got raids, but it's also got quests. Where you get your XP, where you do stuff, it's all quests. And then the raids feel different because that's when you actually get together with groups. Well, in this, the missions are a lot like the raids. Alright, you go from point A to point B, you go to point C, G, F, W, X, Y, Z. And you can either do it with, well, in the missions, you can choose between doing that with friends or not, which I don't know why you wouldn't do that with friends. And then the raids, you do the same thing. I mean, you have no choice. You have to do it with friends. But still, it doesn't feel that much different. So that's the problem. I mean, raids, great inclusion, great job, some endgame content, but they just don't really set themselves apart. And the revamped Dark Zone that they were pushing around, they're like, oh, we revamped the Dark Zone. Where's this revamp? It felt just like the Division 1 Dark Zone, except smaller. That's all it felt like. I mean, yeah, it's more spread out now. Like, there's multiple points instead of the Division 1 that was just right in the center of New York. So, if you're counting that as revamped, then good job, you guys revamped it. And then there's like a mission you gotta do to unlock it. So, wow, good job, you revamped. But it's literally, the Dark Zone's the same. That's the whole big problem with this game. It's literally the same, alright? Yes, the graphics were updated. Yes, they included raids. Yes, it's in a different season. Yes, it's in a different location. But everything else is the same. They haven't done enough to make it amazing. They haven't done enough to bring people back. Like, it's just meh. And you would think they released this game, the first game in 2016. That's 3 years. Because it's 2019 right now. That's 3 years. They could have done so much. They could have vastly improved the game. They could have added so many new mechanics. They could have done so much. But what do we get? Some settlements. And that's it. And a new setting. That's it. That's it. The rest of it feels exactly the same. So if you're looking for the exact same experience, you'll love this. If you're looking for something new, you're going to hate this. You're going to completely hate it. You're going to want it to burn. And on top of that, there's going to be DLC again, of course. Of course, there's going to be DLC. And we don't know for sure. I mean, the first 3 mission stories are going to be free, but we don't know about what else. And, I mean, hopefully they learned from the last Division where the DLC really split the fan base. Like, once the DLC came out, I didn't run into, anybody in the first one. And then I was like, screw this, I'm out. Hopefully that's not going to be the same case with the Division 2. Because, the Division, it's a great concept, it's got great stuff, but they really messed up a little, splitting the player base, and hopefully they won't do that the same with this. But again, this is literally the same game, alright? It doesn't do enough to split itself apart. But if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to. You can go buy it. You can go pre-order it. Oh, God, don't pre-order it. I have a whole video about pre-ordering. But yeah, if you don't believe me, you'll be able to try it March 1st. There's an open beta March 1st. So you can go try it, and then it releases, the full game releases March 15th. It releases March 15th. So you can go play it. Yeah, go ahead. Go do that, bro. And March 1st, try it out, open beta, and then March 15th, go buy it. And yeah, that was my opinion on Division 2. It's literally the same game as the Division 1 with some graphical updates and some inclusions of settlements to make the world feel more alive, and a new season, and a new location. But other than that, it's the Division 1. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, as always, please remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that fun stuff that us YouTubers tell you guys to do. And with that, I hope to see you in the next video.